keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night. See the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And that you need better styles. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a part. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me. Hustling, that's what made me. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hood, the wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity. Whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Oilers and the Browns, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Houston Oilers taking on the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has... Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Looking to throw. Alexander caught. It's Wilson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Alexander. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, a run by Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there at a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, Alexander. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Hey, check that.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Broncos quick. Broncos quick.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Past the 60. Past the 60. Shut up.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this will be nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
That penalty is declined.
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game. And while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Woodard. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Back to the air on second down. Alexander. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the shutout, at least for now, is still intact. Great job by the defense after, Charles, last time this crew was out here, remember, they gambled in their own territory, didn't get it. But the defense held, gave up no points.
And Brandon, sometimes it all just comes together, and I think the head coach senses it today. His defense, they're absolutely on fire. It doesn't matter where the ball is on the field. When that defense trots out there, no one's moving it, no one's scoring, and he's playing to it right now.
Well, that group's chasing a shutout. Teammates here on the offensive side going to try to provide a touchdown and gain the momentum even more on this series. On first down, Woodard throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this throw caught left side. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Woodard. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Woodard. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Woodard. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
65 catch.
Operating from the gun. Woodard, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime here. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Go check. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10.
Check.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Rig alert.
Operating from the gun. Woodard. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Alexander taking in left side. It's Wilson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's 2nd and 3.
No, Reno, alert.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. Alexander. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Now Houston's offense taking over again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off.
Go now.
He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 3-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Oilers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan wrote, had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, Crash. Go.
On 3rd down, Woodard. Throws right side, and that's complete. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st down, Oilers.
Right there, hurt.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Oilers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alexander throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And now out comes Houston. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Hurt. 19 type. Let go.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
So nothing doing there, and it's second down. Off play action. Alexander. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his sixth catch and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
From the gun on third down, Alexander. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a first down.
7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Alexander throwing quickly to Wilson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Alexander. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Roll. Bring it. Check. No.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 35, second down.
Holding offense.
Got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Brought down at the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the play fake. Woodard, they'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Come on.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Woodard. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Houston set to take over. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Off play action. Woodard. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Oilers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Browns 13.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that